Hey guys, I'm back. We're going to review what's going to be on your quiz on Friday, and that is over 12.1 and 12.3. These are the terms you need to know in section 12.1. Now, you know all this. You've already gone through it, I hope. The one thing I do want to make sure that you know, if you have something besides a solid going into a liquid, the substance with the smaller amount is the solute and the larger amount is the solvent. Okay, so if you have liquid and liquid or other situations, that is always how you know. Okay, and then you have your other terms here. Okay, a couple of other things you need to know in 12.1. The factors that affect the solution rate, stirring, crushing, or grinding, and increased temperature. You must know that. Know how to do the application questions 1 and 2 in the 12.1 section. You need to know how to tell if a substance is a solute or solvent. And it's what we just said, that the larger amount, the substance with the largest amount is the solvent. Also, you need to determine which substances are soluble, insoluble, miscible, or immiscible. And the biggest thing to know is look at the description. What are the characteristics of something that is insoluble? Possibly you have part of the solute in the bottom, this undissolved. Something that is immiscible. Maybe you have two liquids that separate. So you just need to get familiar with what the different cases might look like. Okay, in 12.2, you have the solution equilibrium, and that is when the solution is trying to crystallize and trying to dissolve, and it's staying in the middle. So it's a saturated solution. So that's what really solution equilibrium is. I'm not looking for anything complicated, but you do need to know essentially it's a stable saturated solution. And the equilibrium, the solution is trying to crystallize and then it tries to dissolve, and it's just a balance. Okay, and these other ones you should know. Solubility is how much solute is in a saturated solution, and then the 3 types of solutions. Okay, a couple more things to know in 12.2. How does pressure affect the solubility of liquids, solids, and gases? Pressure is only going to affect the solubility of a gas into a liquid, and the classic example for that is a soda. a soda, where you have carbonation. So you've got carbon dioxide being put into the soda by adding pressure. Sorry about that. So think of Coke or some other type of carbonated beverage, and that's pretty much what that means. How does temperature affect solubility? Increased temperature will decrease the solubility of gases, and that's where, when you're looking at the solubility graph, the gases, substances will have a decrease line, or the line is on a downward slope, and that means that the increase in temperature decreases the solubility of that gas. Now, if you have a solid or a liquid, increased temperature is going to increase the solubility. So you're going to see that on the graph too. And you guys should be really familiar with this by now. That's how you read the graph. You know that if it's an upward slope, that's going to be a liquid or a solid. A downward slope is going to be a gas. And you are going to have to be able to read the solubility graph just like you did with the quiz that we did before. you do need to know how to do that. Okay, in 12.3, you only need to know pretty much these 3 things. There's other stuff in there, but for the quiz, this is all you really need. You need to know what concentration is and what molarity is, and then dilution. So concentration is, like on the video, the lady had a container of concentrated orange juice or juice concentrate, and then she put it in the water, and that makes it diluted. So you have a dilution solution where you have the concentrate being added to water so that it's not as concentrated. Now, molarity is moles per liter, and we're going to be doing some calculations for that, just like I've been doing with the ones from that video. It's the number of moles in a given amount of solvent. Now, one thing I don't know if we've talked about, the higher that molarity number, the higher your concentration. Okay, so if you have a 1 mole or 1 molar solution, it's going to be not as concentrated as a 4 molar solution. Okay, so the higher the number, the higher the concentration. Be able to use this molarity formula. Look at the notes that I gave you with the with the videos going over the problems. Make sure you're really familiar with that. So check your answers on the 2 practice sheets if you haven't already. The videos are already up, and text me with questions. But pretty much that is going to be it. So that's what your quiz is over. Let me know if you have questions. Otherwise, you'll have your quiz out on Friday morning. Stay well, guys. Bye.